environment. Essentially, what I have in my previous workshop, you have seen me secure Clawdbot by creating a separate user account, um, which is just one admin account and a user account. And effectively, you're going to be using two accounts, and you learned how to do that in the previous workshop. But in this workshop, what I'm showing you over here is just a LastPass account. You could quickly create one, and that LastPass account is going to be associated with your email. In this case, it's my threadstack@gmail.com email, and that email you're going to be using across, specifically for Clawdbot, across both your admin and user password. Admin is going to be isolated, and it's going to be only installing Clawdbot. And standard user you're going to be using for streaming or showing any other kind of work. So this way you're following the privileged access way of securing the environment. Now, and what I did over here is I logged in into LastPass. This is my personal computer. My other computer, which is Clawdbot, is running over here, and I'm not logged into it, but it has that same account, threadstack@gmail.com account. I'm accessing that account from my personal across different profiles. So I have several profiles. I have a profile, Gmail profile for threadstack@gmail.com, which corresponds to Clawdbot, both standard and admin user. And of course, what I'm doing right now is I'm quickly logging in into my accounts. And of course, I have API keys. As you could see those API keys over here in Anthropic. So what I'm doing is quickly logging into Anthropic and sharing the API keys directly with that same account that I'm logged in. So this is how I'm sharing the API keys. As you can see, they're all documented over here for Google, for Google API key, for Clawdbot, and for OpenAI, and for um, Anthropic Cloud API. So all of that is neatly documented. This is the section where you want to include the API keys, and you also want to set the limits. So in my particular case, I went ahead and I set the limit to be no more than $30 and notify me with a $15 notification if something goes wrong. I'm going to definitely get notified on my email if there's a if there's usage, if I'm using it too much. So if Clawdbot goes crazy and start using it too much, I'm definitely going to get notified because of that. Now, keep something in mind, I'm not going to be asking Clawdbot to do insane things like coding everything. I'm going to be using specifically for tasks that I already know that are working, that I'm constantly repetitively using, and that's what I'm going to be leveraging it for. But I also wanted to show you, like, okay, where do you get the keys? So this is a cloud platform. So this is where you log in. This is where you set up like the keys. And real quick, just put like $10, $10 in here, and that's about it. I'm gonna be using Cloud Opus 4.6, the latest model, but I'm gonna be switching it up into Sonnet and Heiko. And of course, I'm gonna be switching it up when in need. There's certain technique that I'm gonna be using to switch this dynamically throughout the conversation. And of course, over here, as you can see, I'm inside of Google API Studio, and I have the same thing, kind of usage and billing. Now, as you guys know, I noticed that I'm inside of like what I did is I set up a separate project, and I set up API keys directly inside of Google. So here's the API keys, and as you can see, they're all situated over here. And as you guys know, I'm running steering up the pod and containerized environment in Google, and I noticed that I'm actually utilizing keys. Why? I thought somebody like hacked into it and was using my keys, but that's probably because I have some Heartbeat running on a Docker containerized environment that runs on Google, because I'm running containers on Google, and it's utilizing the API key. So definitely, guys, it's best practice to go ahead and switch between the API keys and set limits. So right now, what I did is I set up a Clawdbot project, and inside of that Clawdbot project, what I did is I, like, literally as soon as I set up this key, it just showed right away that it's consumed some of them, but I didn't even do it. It's the first time I set it up, so it's a bit buggy, but that's what you see over here. Once you set it up, make sure you have your keys completely kind of isolated. So keep something in mind, your usage and billing, you want to set up, like, there's a rate limiting and everything, um, but effectively what you want to do, you want to keep a close eye on this and have a centralized dashboard set up, cooked up by Cloud that makes it easy for you to see everything in one spot. So right now what I did is I quickly showed you Clawdbot, OpenAI, and of course Google Notebook LM and containerized environment as well that are running inside of I mean, did I say Notebook LM? No, I meant to say Google Studio. So right now, guys, as you guys can see, I have Clawdbot. This is just a quick project, and what I did is quickly this is like a project ID, project name, and all the details over here. And the key is definitely, guys, like the key is something that I'm stored in a LastPass. So once I log in into other computer over here, this is where I'm going to be using this computer to connect across all of those keys, using all those keys. So that's kind of a quick setup, guys. It's not nothing special, nothing complicated, but I just quickly wanted to show you the open API keys, the same thing here. And over here, you could kind of see the usage as well and total amount of spend, total tokens. So you could see over here in monthly up to date. So right now we got responses in ChatGPT, February 1st, whatever, completions. And what I'm looking for right now is a quick way to see if I can set up a limit as well. So I'm just quickly checking to see if I could set a limit just to make sure that I don't have any kind of craziness going on. So right now I do have a bunch of things. So we got usage, we got an agent builder, and I'm constantly looking month to date, dashboard, usage, API capabilities, spanned categories. So now it's probably not here. And I'm just looking further. So evaluation, fine tuning, logs, API keys. It gotta be in billing somewhere. Usage, it gotta be in usage here. No, I don't see it in usage. So usage just shows the statistics, but not really anything extra. Maybe in API keys. Still nothing. I don't really see it. But yeah, guys, try to set up the limit, and once you set it up, there's gonna be smooth sailing. So this way you're not gonna get cooked by anything, anything strange. So here's videos section, images, but not what we're looking for. We're actually looking for maybe settings. Yeah. So API keys, limits. Yeah. So we got February budget and we're gonna add alert over here. So we already have the alert and that's cool. So it's actually already set up. The maximum usage OpenAI allows for your organization each month is 120. So it's not like we're gonna get cooked or anything like this. So that's really good. The rate limit is set up. And yeah, I think we're good to go. So we prepared everything, guys. This is quickly something that I wanted to show you. And yeah, so that's kind of the idea. Admin keys for programmatic administration, grant access to endpoints, detailed and API. You also need admin keys. So that we don't really care about for now. We just care about API keys. And that's about it. Anyway, guys,